Kyo channel. My name is Stephanie with My Nerdy Home. Today we're going to be talking about Dana Schwartz and her issue with, toxic fandom and fan gatekeeping regarding She-Hulk. Let's jump into this article from Bounding Into Comics. So here she is, Miss Dana Schwartz. Marvel's She-Hulk writer Dana Schwartz, quote, "Fan gatekeeping is a profoundly toxic subculture." Marvel Studios' upcoming Disney Plus She-Hulk TV series writer Dana Schwartz recently declared that fan gatekeeping is a profoundly toxic subculture. These comments come after Schwartz railed on South Park back in February, saying, "It seems impossible to overstate the cultural damage done by South Park." This right here is her actual Twitter quote, and it says, "In retrospect, it seems impossible to overstate the cultural damage done by South Park. The show that portrayed earnestness as the only sin and taught that mockery is the ultimate inoculation against all criticism."
How would you like to suck my balls?
In response to the ensuing criticism and outright mockery of her statements regarding South Park, Schwartz would play the victim and ask, "Is there something that women aren't allowed to have an opinion on?" Give me a fucking break. It's like their first thing that they go to is that, "I'm a woman, so what? I'm not allowed to have an opinion?" You're allowed to have an opinion, but please back up your opinion with facts. I tweeted a pretty mild opinion about a TV show on my own personal Twitter account like a week ago, and I've been getting multiple death threats every day since. Like, LOL. Is there something that women are allowed to have an opinion on? I'm sorry, the fact that she put, LOL, after the fact that she put that she's been getting multiple death threats every day regarding her opinion on South Park makes me believe that the death threats that she's been receiving aren't that big of a deal to her, because she put, LOL. I've been getting death threats, but LOL. Give me a fucking break. It's a big deal to you, which is why you're putting it on Twitter. You're putting it out there on your personal Twitter account. Or it's a joke to you, which is why you're putting LOL. Let's move on with the article. Now, Schwartz decided to publicly shame one of her critics as well as the entire male gender. Of course she did. Of course she did. This says men really need to take a deep breath. So it looks like she pulled a screenshot of a comment from Instagram from Juicy J Revival. So where on your Instagram is there a mention that you're passionate about comics? In a medium where frauds are spotted like criminals casing a bank, how do you truly believe you'll write something interesting? I would say good luck, but that would imply you give a shit beyond your own upward mobility. So how about don't fuck up a comic character created by a company that has grown the IP for nearly 50 years. So she screenshot that and created a post on her Twitter saying, "Men really need to take a deep breath." Not this one guy. All men in general, you really need to take a deep breath, please. Granted, this person was a little bit forceful, right? But it sounds like this person does have legitimate concerns about her being hired as one of the writers on the She-Hulk property. I'll do the best that I can. Maybe that's what she should have said. Instead of screenshotting it and publicly shaming this person by actually putting his Instagram handle for everyone to see. And she basically told all of her Twitter followers, attack! Go to this guy's Instagram and attack, because clearly he has a problem with me.
Look, there he is! Everyone hold! Prepare to charge! Right click!
Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to leave and go on a hike real quick, and when I got back, it is nighttime. So if it's a little bit different in the room, that is why. Juicy J Revival went on and replied again on Instagram saying, "Pointless seething? Why am I hearing that? The industry that birthed the character she is about to write is in trouble on every major journalist outlet. After the train wreck that was Birds of Prey, I would prefer not having another writer enter the arena and produce a pile of garbage. Even her most ardent simps and sycophants, that's your cue, Tim, won't support. The point of my seething protest is that I can smell the disingenuous agenda, driven persona, and I would like the writer to the stunning and brave guts to tell me why she is motivated to write about a comic character. Sure hope that answer isn't only about cash and a feminist agenda, because that would be selfish, wouldn't it? I get the concerns here. I really, really do. He points out Birds of Prey. I'm gonna point out Captain Marvel. Ghostbusters 26, there is an agenda. There has been an agenda with female superheroes, unfortunately, and and they make no attempt to hide it. With Birds of Prey, like he's mentioning, they took these characters and they bashed males with these characters because that's pretty much the feminist agenda. Unfortunately, that's pretty much what it's about. It's let's put women on a pedestal. All men are wrong. Women are right. Let's bash males. Women are better. That's really horrible. It's just a horrible message to put out there. He's just asking for some reassurance that she will just take some care with the IP that he cares about. That's really all he's saying here. Did she take it as legitimate concern, legitimate criticism? No, of course not.
Is that like a personal attack or something?
Now, she did reply to him on Instagram, and she said, "Why do I need to prove anything to you? And also, lol, do you really think anyone goes into comics for the money? Can I ask, what have you created?"
You need to stop being such a bitch.
You know, he might not have created anything, but he has definitely contributed to the comic book industry because he is a customer. What an awful trash person. The debate on Instagram would continue with Juicy Revival, expressing why they are skeptical of She-Hulk Schwartz writing talent. However, on Twitter, Schwartz returned to her tried and true status of playing the victim because she happens to be a woman. Of course she took it to Twitter. That's her echo chamber. And she said, "Earnest question, do male writers deal with this? Also, imagine seriously believing anyone got into comics for the money. Lol. Making fun of people getting into comics for the money, considering the state of things right now. Trash person." Now you know. Now she has outed herself that she has no freaking idea what is going on in the comic book industry right now. Because if she honestly knew what was going on in the comic book industry right now and what comic shops are going through right now, she wouldn't have put that. Or maybe she would. Maybe she would have put that. Maybe she is just that type of a dumpster person that she would put that because she doesn't care about anybody but herself. And to answer her previous question before she went all lol, do male writers deal with this? Yeah, ask Ryan Johnson. Ask J.J. Abrams. Yeah, male writers deal with this, honey. They do. This is fandom. Welcome. The article goes on, anyone who has followed Bounding into comics knows the answer to this question. Has nothing to do with gender. Oh, there you go. Plenty of male writers are taking over beloved franchises such as Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Terminator, Charlie's Angels, Hellboy, not to mention Marvel Comics and DC. But they aren't just taking over these franchises, they are actively warping them and in some cases are outright hostile to the fan bases that built the franchises. The people who actually buy the product and provide investors with a return that allows people to write for these properties in the first place. Exactly, and that's the person that she's attacking because she feels, as a woman, I shouldn't be attacked like this. I should be allowed to state my opinion without anybody coming after me. Everybody should always agree with what I have to say.
How would you like to suck my balls?
No, honey, no. Not in fandom. And it's been this way for a long time. If you're new to it, again, welcome. This isn't anything new. And when people come in and they're like, oh my gosh, they're attacking us, they're attacking it. No, we're not. We're simply asking questions. And if you're not prepared to answer these questions, then just answer with a little bit of reassurance. That's really all we ask for. All we want to know is that you're going to take care of the property that we love so much. And a great example is Sonic. They released the trailer. No, they released the poster. And the poster already had us scratching our heads. And then they released the trailer. And everybody went batshit crazy because Sonic looked like shit. And what did they do? They went in and they fixed Sonic. And what happened after that? The movie did amazingly well. The fans felt appreciated. We went and saw it over and over and over again. I went and saw it 3 times. It just felt so good to know that as fans of Sonic, there was an outcry for how Sonic looked. They took it into consideration. They made changes to the character. It made a difference. We felt like we made a difference and we felt like we kind of owed it to the creators. Thank you so much. In a world right now where fans are practically on the daily getting attacked by, writers, directors, it was such a breath of fresh air to have someone hear us, make changes, and it made us feel appreciated. And it made us say, go support this movie. And you know what? That movie did really, really well. You just need to make a fan feel like they matter. Not, oh my God, you're attacking me?
Is that like a personal attack or something?
So the article goes on to talk about Star Trek Picard writer, as well as Brian Johnson, like I mentioned before, and we get down to, nevertheless, Schwartz continues with her victimhood status. She sets up a new argument that even the idea of questioning a woman on her writing qualifications is sexist. She writes on Twitter, "The idea that I need to somehow prove my worthiness in order to work in a certain genre is incredibly toxic." Oh man, they love using that word toxic, don't they? And also very, very sexist. "The only people to whom I need to explain my experience, my credentials, and my passion are the people that hired me." Her first argument is just completely laughable. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. By admitting that there are people that she needs to explain her experience and credentials to. It's not toxic at all. It is just a fan voicing his concerns. That is all he is doing. I keep going back to all she really needed to do was say, like, "I get it, I hear you, I'm gonna do my best." Are there any men on that hiring team that hired you? Because, you know, they would fall under all of those men that you were just previously calling, you know, toxic. So I don't know if you really thought that through when you were kind of lumping all men into, you know, this whole toxic group, because, ooh, that would really look bad, wouldn't it? Schwartz then continued on Twitter by once again shaming Juicy Revival and trying to play the victim by using her gender. That's their easy fallback. Okay, I'm only posting this here to show how this guy has finally shown his whole ass. He is terrified at the prospect that a woman might actually genuinely love writing the same character that he enjoys. It would tear his worldview apart. And she is responding to this screenshot. In no way is he saying or implying that he's terrified of a woman or the prospect of a woman actually genuinely loving writing the same characters that he enjoys. That is not what he is saying here, and it completely goes over her head. What does matter is the passion behind the project. That is what he is saying. But no, she's completely missing that. She's completely missing the point. Wow, that is scary if, as a writer, she can't really understand and is missing the point of his argument here. The article ends, "Maybe it's just that Juicy Revival doesn't want Dana Schwartz writing She-Hulk given her past comments regarding South Park, her obvious disdain for men in general, her attempts to constantly play the victim, and what appears to be her overall woke outlook on life. Those are all major red flags when it comes to Hollywood writer, because as we've seen over the past 5 or so years, people like Dana Schwartz can't help but put all of that stuff into their writing, and it turns out to be a piss poor product that drives fans away from franchises." So that's ultimately where we are at right now. Piss poor products is what we are being fed right now, and we can see that. And it's unfortunate. It really is. It's unfortunate. So those are my thoughts on this Bounding Into Comics article. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and feel free to share it around if you like. Also, I really hope you will consider subscribing to the Drunk 3PO channel as well as my channel here on YouTube, My Nerdy Home. I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.